29 drivers set to get into action for Senior Rotax Heat 2, Groups C and D. Let's take you through the 29-strong starting grid. Pole position, it's Zsombor Kovács from Hungary with Ariel Elkin from Israel alongside. Reese Hunter and Sean Butcher making it all British. Row 2, Rafael Renhofer, new colours this weekend, switching to KR Sport, and he will have Farin Mega alongside. Good to see Wales, Trafalgar's very own Matthew Higgins now in new colours this season. At the tail end of it was Strawberry Racing, and he's against the oldest competitor on the field on the 4th row, Paul Fauquemin from France. Mads Ries and Bennett Arends ran out the top 10. Andrej Petrovic also sporting new colours, this time of GKS Lemons Power. He's joined by Matty Hingley on row 6. Gustav Jonsson and Emily de Hoys, row 7. Then we've got Jamie Perrelli and Jedi Kukalainen on row 8. Maximilian Schreier moving up to juniors. He will be, and this man's had more comebacks than Muhammad Ali. It's the one, the only, Mr. James Johnson. 6 weeks after going on his farewell race at Wackersdorf, he's back in a kart. You can't keep that guy away, even if you tried. Good to see we've got Patrick Scholhammer Rasmussen with William Helgstrand. That's a all-Danish row 10. Teddy Clinton returns to the to Europe, and he will be joined by Sonja Grönlund from Finland. Henry Beaumont and Milo Kaskinen round out the top 12 rows with Samuel Ifrid, William Christensen. Then we've got Igor Chichin and Kazbos House and Mateo Richter from the Czech Republic, rounding out the 29-strong grid. Red lights on the starting gantry, 10 minutes plus an additional lap of racing action. And we're now, folks, at race number 6 out of 24. Got 2 more to go until the lunch break, which starts at around about 1 o'clock this afternoon. Thank you very much, Cara, Matty's mum. I know that I've got to catch up with David a little bit. I have got family in Wales, Cara. South Wales, Penarth more specifically. Right, so it's Zsombor Kovács and Ariel Elkin due to start on the front row. Now, where is Ariel Elkin? That's a bit of a surprise because that's going to give an open door for Sean Butcher. Right, lights are out, we're underway. So a drama there for Ariel Elkin. I'm not too sure what happened. He might have pulled into the pit lane, but Zsombor Kovács gets the run on everybody else. Reese Hunter staying in second. I think Elkin has made it through. It's getting so... I cannot believe how busy that is. There has been a tangle. I think on the inside was James Johnson. And someone got a little bit of a touch on the sidewall. They're going to go nearly 3 abreast coming out of turn 6. Oh, and someone darting out of the way there at the back end of the field as they make their way down the Europalan for the first time. But the lead is now coming through into turn 9 here. So early doors, and things are really, really starting to go up in terms of the anticipation. And not only that, the excitement. Andrej Petrovic has got Emily de Hoys right close for company, and she sends it up the inside of the youngster from Serbia. And now Sean Butcher looking to go toe-to-toe with Reese Hunter. And that reminds me of last season. Good to have Reese back in the race suit. And whenever I've spoken to him, I said, you're always on your phone. He said, it's a bit difficult being a team boss. I said, now you know what it's like for the likes of, say, Jan Dams and Dan Holland, for instance. There's a lot that goes on. Butcher now looks for the inside on the 865, and he gets through. Farin Mega from Germany, based out of Halton Ansir. Now looking for the move up the inside of Hunter. Oh, my goodness me. That was Paul Fauquemin. He got the full force of his front bumper on the back bumper of Farin Mega, and Farin Mega runs wide. And who's that round the outside? Do not tell me that is Mads Ries. Mads Ries has absolutely mugged a lot of them, and they're all clashing behind him. Mads Ries, that was inspired. And, oh, right. Mads Ries's front bumper has got an indent that might be dragging on the floor. Might be a bit close for comfort there. Farin Mega is having a real dogfight out there. It's Farin Mega. Represented Team Germany back in 2018 as a Minimax driver at Conde Pareba in Brazil. And it's not the first time the grand finals have been to South America. Farin Mega is just really having a tough time. Ariel Elkin is in the mix with this one. So is Andrej Petrovic. Now this is for round about 8th or 9th. This is probably for around about 9th position. Might even be... Now we've got a battle for the race lead because Sean Butcher has closed in and caught Zsombor Kovacs. He's going to get the slingshot here. Now, is he going to use it? He waits and he uses it straight away. No hesitation there from the man that picked up 2 B&L Karting Series titles on the bounce in 2020 and 2021. He's already qualified for the grand finals. But Mads Rees, well, that was a brilliant start from him. Started 9th, he's now in 3rd. Now he's got clean air, so he can use this to his advantage and try and catch. If that was easy enough for Butcher to pass Zsombor Kovacs, I'm going to keep an eye on the lap times of Mads Rees. So Sean Butcher, fastest of anybody, the only one I think so far that has got into the 54s, and that Cosmic Chassis is like a rocket ship right now. 54.743 was his previous lap time. Now 50, and he's just gone quicker, but Matthew Higgins, fastest lap of the race, 54.556. If anyone might remember when he was still racing with Dan Holland as a 14-year-old 3 years ago, and there's a bit of bumping and boring going into turn 2. Matty Higgins at 14 years of age, I think possibly became the youngest ever recorded B&L Karting Series Senior Rotax Kickoff champion. Emily de Hooy still battling away with Andrej Petrovic, and that's for 10th position. So now Matthew Higgins in 4th position and is catching Mads Rees. Now, there are some real battles happening here. A little bit further back, that's Teddy Clinton battling away with the likes of William Helgstrand and Jere Kukalainen. So we're nearly at the halfway point of this race. And I said to Matthew Higgins, when I saw him yesterday, I said, it's really weird seeing you in those colours. He said, I've still got the same crash helmet though. And I said, at least there's something that hasn't changed. So 5 minutes down, 5 to go. And Butcher now has a 4/10 of a second advantage over Zsombor Kovacs in terms of the race lead. Now, Mads Rees was quicker than the pair of them. He's got the gap down to just over 1.2 seconds. But then, quicker than him were those behind. Matthew Higgins, 54.591. Paul Fokkema, 54.533. But the fastest lap of the race, the driver in 9th position, Fahin Mega, 54.454 as we go into the final 4.5 minutes. Butcher still leading, and the gap has now gone down from 4/10 to just under 3/10. Paul Fokkema is quicker than both Matthew Higgins in 4th and Mads Rees in 3rd. So Fokkema looking to try and close in. So Butcher is hanging on to the lead at the moment, but a little bit further back there is some squabbling. Maximilian Schreier battling away with the old steely veteran, Mr. James Johnson, and that is for, well, that's going to be for about 25th position. With Igor Kichin from Kyrgyzstan. But look at the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, because Mads Rees has really got Matthew Higgins closing in on him, along with Paul Fokkema. Coming down to around about the final 190 seconds or so of this race. And all right, Teddy Clinton on his return to Europe after a lengthy spell away has retired the karts on lap 5. The time is counting down, 2 minutes and 45 seconds still to go. 3rd, 4th and 5th still as they were. Rees, Higgins and Fokkema, Renhofer and Matty Hingley working together, the two drivers, from KR Sports, and they've got with them Farin Mega, who's just got in and set the fastest lap of this race. Again, 54.405. Now, Fokima has got past Higgins for 4th position. And also, there's not just one driver from Wales, there's another one here. It's Matty Hingley, who has got past Rafael Renhofer. And for those wondering, I've done a little bit of research, is the fact that Matty Hingley lives in the second smallest city in terms of population, 2,355. And Matty wearing his Ultimate R race suit. Rafael Renhofer's gone with the old traditional Team Germany number, so is Farin Mega. So KR Sport versus JJ Racing there. And quarter still to go on the clock, so good work by Matty Hingley to get through. That will be for 6th position. Renhofer now drops to 8th place as we're into the final 60 seconds. And now finally, Emily de Hoys has broken the deadlock between her and Andrej Petrovic. So Emily de Hoys now up into 9th place. Farin Mega sends up the inside of Rafael Renhofer, who instantly gets the undercut through the final turn. 45 seconds on the clock remains, and the top 5 covered by just under 2 seconds. Leaders now making their way through the exit of turn 4 as we speak. Right, what's going on between Farin Mega and Rafael Renhofer? Well, they've got someone catching them, and that is Emily de Hoys. De Hoys is with them, so is Andrej Petrovic from Serbia. So this is going to get a bit interesting, folks. And Emily de Hoys, whenever she has been in a kart, she definitely is very, very rapid when she's on her A game, and that proves to be the case here. There's the top 5 coming through turn number 12. As now the final lap board is out, and that is underway. Sean Butcher still leads by nearly half a second ahead of Zsombor Kovacs, Mads Rees, Paul Fokima and Matty Higgins now rounding out the top 5 positions. Matty Hingley in 6th ahead of Farin Mega, Rafael Renhofer. And looks like Andrej Petrovic, has he got past Emily de Hoys? That is the case. Emily de Hoys in the 8.67 from the Netherlands, rounding out the top 10 positions as our leaders make their way through out of turn 8 into turn 9 for what will be the 12th and final lap. 28 drivers will make it to the end of this race. Teddy Clinton, unfortunately, 6 laps ago, would not go any further. But out of the final corner, it was Kai Hunter that took the opening heat. It's the Euro Trophy champion from this year, Sean Butcher, that takes heat number 2. Oh, I know. Ahead of Zsombor Kovacs by just over 3.5 tenths of a second. Mads Rees's front bumper is flapping up and down a little bit, so not too sure if he might have a front fairing penalty, but that will be seen when they go into scrutineering. But Sean Butcher takes the victory here in Heat 2 for Groups C and D, ahead of Zsombor Kovacs. Mads Rees doing a great job, starting from 9th on the inside of row number 5 to finish in 3rd position. Whether he keeps that is another matter entirely as they come through. Let's have a look at the results. So Sean Butcher took the victory by 3.5 tenths of a second ahead of Zsombor Kovacs. Mads Rees ahead of Paul Fokima, with Matthew Higgins in 5th. Matty Hingley in 6th ahead of Farin Mega and Rafael Renhofer, who complete the top 8. Andrej Petrovic and Emily de Hoys ran at the top 10. Gustav Jonsson finishing ahead of Reese Hunter, with Ariel Elkin, Patrick Scholhammer Rasmussen and Jamie Perrelli rounding out the top 15. Bennett Ahrens, William Houdstrand, Samuel Ifrid, Henry Beaumont and William Christensen ran at the top 20, followed by Jerry Kokalainen, Kaz Boshaus, Milo Kaskinen, James Johnson, Maximilian Schreier, Matej Richter, Igor Kichin, and then we've also got Sonia Grönlund, and rounding out the 28 that finished, and Teddy Clinton retiring on lap number 5. So, taking a look back at what happened in the race itself, all was calm until the lights went out. And it was a good start by a lot of the field. Ariel Elkin was due to start on the outside of the front row, but would end up being a bit further back. Reese Hunter managed to get through on the inside of keep inside of Sean Butcher on the opening skirmish. But Mads Reese was like a rat up a drain pipe. It's a little bit of a big touch between him and Paul Fokkema. Hunter and a few others were there. And then this was the move that secured what would be the race lead, but then eventually the race win for Sean Butcher. It all kicked off behind with the likes of Teddy Clinton, who would retire on lap 5. There was the move from Paul Fokkema on Matthew Higgins for what would eventually be P4. And then we had this little melee happening between Matti Hingley, who got away from both Rafael Renhofer and Fahin Mega, but out of the final corner by 3.5 tenths of a second. Sean Butcher takes his first win here at the Golden Trophy for 2022.